Hello, everyone at home. Welcome to episode 268 of the official podcast. Kaya said he's got a surprise for me, and I'm super excited to hear about the surprise. So, Kaya, go ahead. What's the surprise?
This is why people call you a cyberbully, Jackson, because you've been running your mouth on the internet with complete impunity for too long.
Was it the surprise? It wasn't a very fun surprise.
No, that's not the surprise, but our moderator Brady actually got you a surprise, so I hope you listen up, and this is your reprisal. This is finally somebody fighting back against your cruelty on the internet.
Hey, what's up, Jackson? This is a cameo booked by your friend Brady, okay? And, I've decided to let Francis, cover this one because Boogie was a little embarrassed to talk to you about this stuff. But I heard that you like to roast me a little bit. You like to make fun of me, because I'm fat. Because I'm weird, because my house looks like a fucking shrine to inceldom. Okay, I don't give a shit, okay? At least I don't fucking play with Legos. At least I'm not obsessed with dinosaurs, you little bitch. At least I don't own a bunch of lizards. I own dogs like a normal fucking person, okay? I bought my house ready-made. I didn't have to build a shitty fucking house.
He knows everything about me.
It's going to be a goddamn eyesore, fucking McMansion. Go fuck itself, okay? All right, why don't you get a tiny house for your tiny fucking ego? You and your fucking lizards can go fuck yourselves. How about that? How about that, Jackson? Huh? How about that? Go fuck yourself, Jackson.
What the fuck?
All right, Jackson. So you finally been called out.
How
It's about time.
How much did that cost? There was a lot of passion in it from him.
$50.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
he really gives you your money's worth. I agree.
Yeah, I feel like that's worth it. Good job, Boogie. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. That made my day. And thanks, Brady, I guess, for setting that up.
That wasn't Boogie. That was Francis Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we've learned in previous episodes of the podcast, they're pretty interchangeable. I think Francis is the real personification of Boogie. Boogie is who he aspires to be, and this is using his own words as well. He says that the character of Boogie is who he aspires to be, but he's usually more similar to his Twitch personality, which we all know how that one went.
Here you go again.
You didn't even have to pay me $50 for that one, you piece of shit.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is on Cameo, you can also pay people for they have like a corporate tier, which is like $300 or something, where I guess you can pay people to address your company, or you can use their imagery as part of your company for like advertising or some shit. I don't know. But I figured that could be fucking funny.
I thought the blanket thing on Cameo was you're not allowed to use it for like endorsements and sponsorships.
No, you can. That's like half the point of it.
I tried to hire some Cameo people a long while ago, and every single one of them turned it down because it was an endorsement.
Yeah, I feel like Andrew's right. I feel like most of Cameos are just like happy birthday or
or like answering machine messages or shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this tier says for business, engaging video content for your company, customers, or employees. I don't know what that means, like engaging content for employees.
Yeah, I think legally, especially if they're a big name, they can't endorse or like put their name behind anything.
Oh, that is a good segue into a topic I put in our private chat. They are making voice verse NFTs now, because of course.
Oh, yeah.
Which are... So, okay, have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
Does anybody else
Troy
want to
Baker
explain
just
this?
ruined it. Yeah, Troy Baker just posted that tweet and got ratioed to like straight oblivion. It got fucking
rightfully
blasted.
so. He's so
let
condescending
me read
in
it.
his
So,
message.
Troy Baker, very famous voice actor, tweeted, "I'm partnering with VoiceVerse NFT to explore ways where together we might bring new tools to new creators to make new things and allow everyone a chance to own and invest in the IPs they create. We all have a story to tell. You can hate, or you can create."
Or you can create.
What a little beat.
Yeah, that's catchy. Troy.
And then it's
Thank you.
drawing of him. So the thing is, apparently what this is, you buy this NFT, and then what you own when you buy the NFT is a voice synthesizer, I guess, and you can make it say anything. Like you own the voice. You buy the NFT, and then you can, I don't know, make it say "suck on these nuts" while you're like teabagging someone in Halo or something, I guess. But the funny thing is, you guys know the site 15.ai or whatever it's called?
Yeah, they
that
stole
makes
it
like
from
fake
it.
voices. Yeah, they stole.
Yeah.
So it turns out that this NFT project stole just that site, basically, the algorithm, and the owner of that website is fucking angry about it. So they got
Rightfully
plagiarized.
so.
Yeah, rightfully so, of course. And well, the NFT project has been tweeting apologies for like days now. Multiple apologies for multiple different things. But what caught my attention is they say Voice NFTs provide unlimited perpetual access to the underlying AI voice that the NFT represents ownership of. If you own a voice NFT, you can create all kinds of voice content and you will own all of the IP. How? Like, so does that mean I could buy Troy Baker's voice and then just make him say the N-word for 10 hours and sell that? I feel like he'd have a problem with that.
I also don't think there'd be a super large audience for that, at least not to the levels of like The Last of Us or whatever other roles he's been in.
Hypothetically, can he do anything about it? Because I definitely don't think he would be all right with that. And I don't think he would like sign his rights away for that to be done.
But he doesn't
So I'm
get a
calling
choice, right?
bullshit on
That's what he's saying. That's what they're saying, is that he doesn't.
Yeah.
He can.
I don't
He
believe
can
it.
say that he's not all right with it, but once you own the voice or the AI underlying it or whatever the fuck they said, it doesn't matter what his thoughts are. Which I don't understand what was in it for him then, because that's
a
stupid.
lot of money, I assume, to plug
Yeah,
this.
he just gets a lot of money.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I assume he also gets a lot of money from his career, in which his voice is like the main aspect of his career. So he's just destroyed his own job security, I suppose.
Well, he's
If
already
that's
rich. I
true.
don't think he gives
Yeah,
a
but
fuck, or maybe he
there's
already
always
knows it's a
more
scam.
money. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, we don't know the integrity of these people at any point. Troy Baker could have been offered like a $30 million contract for this and just said deal like immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Troy Baker has any integrity.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Charlie, you're not streaming right now, are you?
No, why would I be?
Discord gave me a notification thing that you were. I just
No,
wanted to
for
make
some
sure.
reason it's been saying that for me for the entire last 2 days. He's just permanently stuck on streaming. It's really weird.
Charlie's going for the record.
My subathon's begun.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. That's all.
You made me panic for a second. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I panicked too. But yeah, we don't know any of the details of this partnership. I mean, his fucking tweet could be just brand speak. You know, he might not care about this thing at all and just thought it was a way to make money. So
It doesn't
I
doesn't
bet.
matter.
But-
It doesn't matter though, because anything to do with NFTs is immediately going to get an eye roll from me. So
And from everybody else, it's not just like us. The entire like broad internet hates NFTs. It's not like,
But they're forcing it on us. It's so
I know.
down your throats. Like nobody wants it, and yet it's infecting everything because a bunch of So when I think at this point, when I think NFTs, I always imagine Pharma Bro, Martin Shkreli's face, like this weasel piece of shit that's like manipulating everybody and just making backdoor deals to promote this garbage. Have you guys seen they're now floating the idea of, was it Mike Shinoda? He tweeted something about why NFTs would revolutionize gaming because you could share skins between games. And then every game developer and gamer unanimously came out and said, that's fucking stupid. That's not how it works. Like,
it's impossible.
can't-
Yeah, like even between
could-
just like one game to the next, like even a sequel, it's like impossible to transfer like a skin from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 easily. Like it takes so much, let alone going between games. It was an outrageous claim he was making.
well, you know why they do it,
Yeah.
Kaya, why they just slam it into everything and slap it into anything. It's because it's a zero work thing that makes nothing but profit. I mean, how easy is it
that's
to
true.
declare
It's-
something an NFT, and then if someone does, like, you can piss off 99.9% of the people you show it, but that 0.1% might be a few people who go, oh, I might buy that, and boom, you've just made money by doing absolutely nothing. It's
Yeah,
like
and
telephone
they've,
scamming, like with old people and fucking internet pop-ups. You know, most people on the internet are internet savvy enough now that you show them a little pop-up that's like, you have a virus, they know to just ignore it and click away. But that 1% of people, they might call up the fucking phone line and be like, oh, yes, here's my credit card, fix my computer. And you just made money.
yeah, but that's the funny thing, because those scams, like you go to a website or sign up to our newsletter, those fucking annoying pop-ups only work on like super old boomers. Like my mom would fall for that stuff. But the NFT crap, I feel like they've like
it's too
brought
complex for them.
bar of scammery down a generation. Now it's, I think, people in the 30s and 40s falling for this crap, I think.
For sure.
Are they
maybe
falling
mid-
for it though?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume so. Somebody has to be buying this crap for it to be this lucrative. That they're shilling it so fucking hard.
Well, I don't think it is. It really is people just buying their own shit.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, they'll post their NFT and then they'll sell it to themselves basically for like 20 grand. Like, wow, I just made 20 grand on my art. They'll go on Twitter like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm finally making money off my art. Someone just bought it for 20 grand and then it's just their other account. And then they'll post it for like 22 grand, hoping that somebody saw their tweet and they're like, okay, well, it sold for 20, which means it's got to be worth at least 20.
Yeah,
22 seems like a good deal.
Even that's profitable. You're investing in yourself, and you can claim to people that your art sold for that much, and people go, oh, it must be good.
Yeah, but I don't think there's many people who are buying it after that. Like, you sell it to yourself for a crazy price, right? And then you immediately try and resell it, dump it a bit higher. I don't think there's many people that are buying that higher price.
But it doesn't even matter.
I really do think it's just phony.
I mean, even if it is, it doesn't matter. It's the idea of I can say to you, my art sold for $20,000, and then that'll get eyes on it. You know, if you take one random internet artist and go, hey, look, they do good art, people will be like, oh, okay. But if you take another internet artist and say, this guy sold a piece for $20,000, I bet more people would be willing to say, ooh, let me check them out. Let me see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to also be tax loophole thing. Like, you buy your own NFT for 20,000 and then you tell your tax accountant, hey, I bought a piece of art for 20,000. That's an expense, right?
I think
there,
there's
like
a lot of
work expense
layers.
or something.
I think there's a lot of layers to this thing, but it all comes down to you are making some sort of profit out of no work. Whether it's attention or money flipping, money laundering, there's a lot to gain with very little to do with NFTs, and it's just scamming people who think that they're getting something out of it. That's really all it is.
So bad as well.
The art is
The art is awful. Sorry, somebody, Beef Noodle in our chat is saying, all my cousins are buying into NFTs. They keep asking me to make artwork for them. It's so fucking annoying.
And that's where it really hurts people, and that's the part that specifically pisses me off. Instead of doing anything even NFT related, you could just go to the artist and commission a piece of art. You get the actual product and ownership of it, and you can even tell them what you want instead of, ooh, an algorithmically generated ape. That's what I want. No, go to an artist who has talent, pay them money, and have them draw you literally whatever you want, and then you own it.
Yeah, but it's not on the blockchain, Andrew. The blockchain.
This fucking blockchain. I wish it never existed.
God.
Imagine what life would be like without the blockchain. We'd be living in paradise.
Well, it'd be in complete disarray. There'd be buildings burning right now without the blockchain.
Say goodbye to SpaceX, Jackson, you fuck.
No!
Yeah, SpaceX couldn't exist without the blockchain.
The
That's how they
blockchain's flying
fly.
those rockets?
It calculates
No.
a block and it pushes it further into space. That's how it works.
It's funny because there's like so many, there are good projects that use it because the idea is, hey, what if everything wasn't centralized and all of us owned like this network together? And then somebody said, well, what if
Yeah,
monkeys?
right.
And they cost $2 million.
Yeah.
But those monkeys aren't centralized. That's the whole point, Guy. You don't get it. They're monkeys that live everywhere.
If I go to the Louvre and I buy some piece of art and I keep it in a vault, that's still not centralized. I would still own that and everybody would know. Like this, no point of this
have
art
no clue
shit
what
makes
centralized
sense
means.
to me. I want like a NFT bro to come on and explain to us why we're wrong. Because I cannot see what is going on.
Well, I don't think we've ever been wrong in this show, so I don't think that would
No,
happen.
never.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able
Never.
to prove us
It's
wrong.
not, no.
That's
We have
right.
never, in our entire history of our show, had people in the comments meticulously fact checking every single thing we ever say and then posting how stupid we are. That's never happened.
Well,
No.
okay,
Never would
I don't care
happen
about the
either.
fucking comments. I don't read those. Reach out to me. If you're like somebody who owns one of those apes, DM me on Twitter or something. I actually want to talk to you. I want to see what goes through your head, please. I would be
Now
interested
people,
in that.
now you're going to get so many comments just directly to you on Twitter talking about how you are wrong in episode 146 of the official podcast about something that you don't even remember.
I know.
I don't. Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna remember this in a week.
I don't. So to your point, Kaya, I remember I was streaming one time shitting on Bored Apes, and there was some college kid investor. He's like, I literally study this for my major at university.
Oh, no.
The Bored Ape Yacht Club is revolutionizing technology as we know it, but never once explained how. But he kept donating like $50 to tell me how wrong I was. So I immediately knew this guy didn't know what he was talking about.
He probably made it all back that day with his Bored Ape number 67428.
Or he was spending his college tuition on it. Now he's even more in debt.
Like, instead of just like typing in the chat to argue with me, he kept donating to do it. So it immediately like discredited everything he could tell me financially. This guy obviously didn't know anything.
I really
Can you
will
send him my
never-
way? I'll take his money to argue with him.
I will never fucking understand the disconnect that the internet provides for certain people. Can you imagine you meet someone on the street and you're having a conversation at the fucking bus stop and he's like, you know, I think Family Guy's a pretty funny show. It's pretty good. And you open your wallet and hand him $50 and say, no, it sucks. You're wrong. Who are these people? Like, who does that?
I have no idea.
Good lord.
Well, it's because they respect Charlie's opinion. Obviously, they want, well, maybe not respect his opinion, but they want that interaction. They're paying for that
But
interaction.
$50 to have a really
I know,
awful
it's an
argument?
insane amount.
I literally
That's
just kept
sad.
telling him type it in the chat, but he just kept donating
That's
for it.
fucking
I
sad.
also think that's well.
It
The
is
thing
sad.
is also with this community, they need the perpetual, the propaganda. So I think it also hurts them if somebody as big as Charlie says they suck. Do you guys?
Well, that's the thing. NFTs rely entirely on hype beast. Like 100% of all of the value of NFTs come from the hype that it generates. They don't have anything like that makes them valuable on their own. It's just from people buying it and hoping to sell it for more, and people just constantly talking about it. So it's always in like headlines and shit.
But everyone says it sucks, and well, maybe bad publicity is good publicity in this situation as well to some degree. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Yeah, but imagine this group as like a tiny subreddit, Jackson. Like everybody says it sucks, but there's still people on there talking to each other, These people find each other. Do you guys think those loser tweets are real? Like when an NFT bro is like, oh, I was hacked. They stole all my apes and my college tuition and my mortgage all gone. Do you guys think those are real? Because I feel like I'm still
I
not
do.
in on a joke or something.
I
But
think
that is so
I think it started.
extremely unrealistically stupid.
Yeah, no, well, I'm pretty sure it started real. Like people were genuinely like, because keep in mind, most of the people doing this are really young, impressionable people,
And dumb.
So they're like literally going to every Discord, every Telegram ever, trying to make as many like friends in the community as possible. So they'll trust somebody with like really sensitive information and just get their shit taken. Like
Well,
they just get
they'll
hacked.
donate $50 to send it to you, apparently.
Or that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't really understand like cyber security. So they just lose all their shit. I think now it's become
Nobody
more of a
does.
joke.
It drives me
Yeah.
up a fucking wall. Every single person that I talk to in my private life, like even on Discord or whatever, when I'm in a voice chat with them, I give them lessons on cybersecurity because I can just Google your username and now I have your driver's license. Like, why is everybody this fucking bad at cybersecurity? Why do you have your driver's license on your fucking Twitter?
Charlie, you're just as guilty of that. I remember you sending me your, I think it was Xbox Live password once, and it was like I face palmed. It was like, I'm not gonna say it, but it was like the worst password you could have chosen.
Was it password
I didn't
one?
send you. No, I didn't send you my Xbox password. I sent you a password to Fuck, what were we doing?
It wasn't
Xbox.
Wasn't it?
No, why would I send you my Xbox password, Jackson?
it
We
was-
were in an
wait.
achievement competition.
No, this was forever ago. This was like it might have been PlayStation. I think I played some of your PlayStation games because I didn't want to buy them. I think that's what it was.
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. And yeah, I used a throwaway password.
It was really bad. And you said it's what you use for everything.
No, I didn't. I only use a throwaway password on shit that I only use once, where I don't need to like pay for anything, but I need to make an account. So I'll
Fair
just do
enough.
something that I'll never forget, where it's just like a synchro, like a
It was
something that just makes
like the
sense.
good old
that's very easy.
ABC 1 2 3 or something.
Yeah, like something like
Yeah.
that. Just something super easy.
God.
But it's it's literal throwaway shit. Like Kaya, when you and I used to play, what was it? That Bloons Racer on Draw.io, that thing. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Some flash game
games.
like F-Zero?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Whatever it was called. So. Yeah.
Okay.
I
get you. I also have
passwords on that.
Yeah, I also have a throwaway password that's like, it's muscle memory at this point. It's a password that I can type real quickly, but I also use a throwaway email with that one. I have like 5 different email addresses. Like I use a different one on different websites and shit, and I use like 30 letter passwords at this point. But
there's so much to remember.
I don't, people always think like hacking, I don't know, I feel like older generations think hacking is like in the Matrix movies, some guy sitting in front of a computer just clickety-clacking.
Social
when in reality
engineering.
it's just not even. It's somebody sending a boomer an email that says, "Hi, we're Facebook. Click here to log in. You have a private message. Click here," and then they do without checking the header, without checking who the email is from, let alone metadata or anything. Yeah.
I mean, it's fairly easy to just tell by the email address. If you just check the email address and it's from anything that doesn't end in that domain, and then you can go investigate that domain as well.
Yeah, they can actually spoof that as well. There are Google support emails now that say they're coming from like google.com, but if you investigate,
very impressive.
If you investigate the email and see where it's signed, it's from like a random fucking server somewhere, and that's how you know it's not legit.
Yeah, I generally never click on email links anyway. I always, if I'm getting a message from one of those companies, I'll just directly go to their website and log in to my profile on the website that I know it is, you know.
Charlie,
like,
do you get like specialized like phishing emails like, "Hey, Moist Critical, your profile, there's a DMCA dispute on your Twitch, click here"? Do you get like something personalized
like
for you?
You mean like from the actual official company?
No, I mean from like random trolls or actual people who specifically target you. Something that isn't mass email, just you.
Nope. So like you, I have a few different emails that are like really very disconnected from everything else. So if I ever get like a phishing email to something like the one that's public critical contact, I'm like, yep, that's clearly a scam, because that's not set up for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's smart.
And I know that's the case as well, because I'm remembering another time when we were going through your whole password hassle. You're trying to log into an account that took like 3 days to finally get into, because you were inputting like thousands of passwords and email combinations, and I was so tired.
I remember that too, not that specifically, but Charlie, you and I also remember stuff like that happening where you would be like, "Yeah, my password is WW." And I go, "Why?" Oh, I remember. Okay, yeah, you at one point you gave me you gave me your League of Legends password, and it was literally like a 4-letter thing. It like, it was the same letter.
That was when we were doing PBE testing, so I just made it like 4 of the same letter or some shit.
You're too cool for cybersecurity.
Charlie's playing the long game. He knows people are going to think he has a good password, so he's going to use a shit password so no one guesses it.
Well, now we've given the whole riddle away. Now people are going to easily be able to access all of his accounts.
The hiding in plain sight strategy. It's just my name.
Oh God, no.
Oh, boy.
Make long password. Use a password manager. Download KeePass XC or whatever the fuck, and it's like all free. You can do this for free. Please stop getting hacked. Andrew, what can I do if I want to hack my body into something hotter?
I was going to say, if you want to hide in plain sight, well, you could slim down so you could fit behind more objects while you're hiding, and you could do that by using FitBod. FitBod's innovative algorithm learns about your goals and training abilities and crafts a personalized training regimen that's unique to you. I actually used FitBod a couple days ago for a workout, and what I really enjoyed is you can tell it's specific muscles that you want to hit. So if you just now hit a big chest day, a big frontal workout day, you could say, no, it's time for legs. And you go in, and when it cranks out your workout, you can specifically say, hit those quads, hit those calves, hit those glutes. Don't give me any of those shoulders. I just did that. You can specifically tell it where on your body you want to work out, and it will completely shape the workout to include and work around those exercises. It's also after the new year now. which means that gyms are going to be slam packed with people who are going to give up by March. But you don't even have to march into that gym because you can march around your own living room using FitBod's tons of body weight and at-home workouts, which I highly recommend with all the crazy fucking COVID and supply chain shit going on. Why bother leaving your house when you can get fit at home with FitBod? Personalized training can be very tough on your budget, but FitBod is only $12.99 a month or $79.99 a year, and you'll get 25% off if you sign up right now. Kick the new year off right and get started on your customized fitness plan with FitBod. Get a 25% off of your membership when you sign up at fitbod.me/official. That's 25% off your membership at fitbod.me/official.
Thank you, FitBod. Let's see, what else we have? Jackson, I feel like you posted something in our topics channel.
I thought I had a topic, and I'm really trying hard to remember what it was. It was something in line with Troy Baker, and I can't remember what it was.
What the fuck? We just talked about Troy Baker. You sure
I know,
that
I
wasn't
said something in line with it, and I don't remember what.
This was just a really slow week.
Okay, you try to come up with it. Well, Jackson, you had that gigantic volcano erupting.
Oh
True.
yeah, that's over now. The volcano god has fallen back asleep. I don't know if Tonga still exists. I guess I should give
Do we have contact with them yet?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't they just not reach the entire island right now?
Yeah, it's like the communication grid is down or something.
Oh god,
it's pretty scary for them.
So
anyway.
what happened?
So last night, a underwater volcano erupted off the coast of Tonga. If you don't know what Tonga is, it's a small little island nation in the Pacific, just like northeast of New Zealand a bit, I think. So fairly close to Australia. And the underwater volcano was like this massive eruption. And so we were woken up by like tsunami warnings and stuff. Well, not woken up, but
It was
like
huge,
it was the first.
by the way. When you say like, there is satellite imagery of it, and it's gigantic.
Images, yeah.
You can see, even in like videos of it that exist, not satellite, you can see the curvature of the Earth. It's enormous.
It was like
The
a
ash
nuke
cloud.
went off. It
Yeah,
was really cool.
Oh, it was bigger than a nuke, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
It would be, yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I think so. It was gigantic. Anyway, go on.
But it's like the mushroom cloud or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Like the explosion on the satellite imagery.
Yeah, I would encourage people to like look up that satellite imagery of the Tonga volcano eruption, because you can see the shockwave of
Yeah,
air.
the shockwave was so cool. And what I meant was it like looked like a nuke went off. Like that's the kind of imagery that I would expect from a nuke going off anyway. It was really cool. Well, not cool for Tonga, obviously, since they're gone. I think they've been wiped off the face of the planet. Which, from what I understand as well, Tonga is like super flat as well. So there's not much high ground in Tonga. So it's probably like all flooded. I think, I don't know. I haven't heard what the response is yet, or if we were able to like reestablish communication with them or not. So it's pretty sad if they've been devastated by it.
Yeah, so you guys got tsunami warnings, and you weren't in the immediate vicinity like Tonga. And did Americans get any warnings? You coastal people?
Yeah, I think California got warnings.
Just slight
God damn.
marine warnings. I think the same
Yeah.
as us. So there's a difference between like marine warnings as well as like land warnings. And
I know Japan
I'm pretty sure
did.
there
I
were
know-
only marine warnings.
I don't know how true this is. I read this on Twitter, so probably not. But like Tonga was supposed to be entirely underwater because of the tsunamis. So here's my question: If bless you, if all the Tonganians get wiped out and that island is now completely uninhabited, who gets to own it? Like, can I? If I'm the first one there and I plant a flag, do I get the island?
Yeah, it's yours now by law. Yeah,
yep, that's it, done.
that's how it works. As long as you show up first.
Is it?
I mean, who owns it?
Is it owned by itself, or is it like a British colony or a Canadian colony or something? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I feel like you Australians might own it. Isn't it close to you?
Yeah, it's close to us, but I'm not sure. No, apparently it's officially named the Kingdom of Tonga. So I guess it's its own thing. So I don't know. I guess it is just the first one there. If there's
here's what we
literally
do. All right.
no other Tonga people left, then yeah, I guess it's the first people there.
as soon as we stop recording, we book a flight or a boat there, and then we own it. We plant our official podcast flag with the cheetah poster as our flag, and then we sell it to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, you
Private island.
know, I don't think that'll go across well in the court of public opinion if we capitalize on an entire island of people getting wiped out, and we go there to
We'll be like, look, Mr. Bezos, it's just like Pompeii. This guy was frozen in place as he was masturbating.
I think that's slightly worse than NFTs if we want to go that route. No, I seriously, like, a lot of, like, I don't know what the word is for Tonga people, but a lot of people from Tonga come to Australia, and they're always super nice people. So I really hope that, you know, it's not super bad. But I don't know, that explosion looked pretty devastating.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was underwater too, which is crazy. So, like, it wasn't even on the surface, right? Like, it exploded
it's an
from
underwater
beneath
volcano.
under, like, hundreds of tons of water, if not thousands, and it still erupted that massively. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys are old enough. Andrew probably is. Around 2012 or something, one volcano went off, and it crippled air travel for months.
Yeah, the
weeks at
Reka
least.
Fieka fucking Poland,
Yeah, it's
Iceland
in Iceland
volcano.
or
Yeah,
Greenland.
Eyjafjalla, whatever the fuck it was called. Yeah.
Reykjavik, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember
God,
the
it has
name,
an
but
impossible to
it was
pronounce
crazy.
name.
Isn't it just Reykjavik?
The Reykjavik volcano, but it like
Oh, that's the capital of Iceland.
I think is that what I'm thinking of?
I mean, the fact went off.
and-
The Eyjafjalla Jokul volcano. That's it. Yeah, that one.
That one.
Yeah, 2010.
But I remember it went off, and all the airline companies, they grounded all of their flights for weeks. Like, air travel was just not a thing for a while because, you know, the jet engines would get incredibly damaged by the volcanic ash in the air. Like, that's how dangerous that shit gets. And I know somebody who works as an aeronautics engineer, and he was sending me videos of them testing, like, airline jet engines in those wind tunnels and shit, and, you know, testing them for volcanic ash, and they would just blow the fuck up. It was really dangerous.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense why, like, it would shut down, though, because Iceland is, like, right in the middle of the Atlantic trip, like, between America and Europe. So that's, like, most air travel.
Yeah.
It's, like, the most popular route, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, volcanoes do all sorts of shit to the environment. I think there was another volcano before that one. Didn't it spew the same
Pompeii.
amount of carbon into the atmosphere as we did in the last 100 years? In just like one blast?
Oh, I know what you're talking
that
about.
recent?
Yeah, it was pretty
Is that
recent.
new or
So
old?
why are people getting
don't remember.
us and the automobile industry for environmental damage? No one tries to stop volcanoes. Why haven't we figured out a way to stop volcanoes? We've been trying
That's
since
what
the
I
dawn
was
of time.
wondering.
We've been
Yeah,
making
why
like
don't we just stop
sun
them?
offer like sacrifices and stuff. What happened to that? Why did we give
Yeah,
up?
Yeah,
let's
we
throw
did
some
stop,
virgins
yeah.
into the volcano.
Yeah.
What happens if we just build like a super giant like metal lid and just pop it on those bad boys?
Jackson,
Over
the
the top.
reason
Like-
they erupt is because there is a lid on them and the pressure gets too high. All you'd be
Just
doing
build a
then is
bigger
making
lid.
an even bigger bomb.
Build a bigger lid. So what? Maybe they're like pimples. They're Earth's pimples. We just have to pop them before they get too.
I think realistic. I'm using the term realistic a little loosely here. But I think what could almost make sense is if we made it kind of like a giant cannon. So instead of making it like
like a
a
funnel.
lid, yeah, you funnel it into space, and then we just start shooting our lava out into the galaxy.
But then wouldn't the force like propel Earth? Maybe I don't know.
No, I don't think it'd work like a jet engine or anything. It'd just be like a
No.
tube.
So
It's like
apparently,
a Death Star.
Yeah, exactly.
So apparently, what I brought up has been a big hot debate in science of whether or not volcanoes fuck the environment more than humans. And in recent years, they have proved that it actually is less than 1% of all the shit that's in the atmosphere. The rest is humans. So that was totally.
Well, yeah, I was going to say
Totally wrong.
that'd be pretty fucking stupid of the volcanoes or the environment if it was just committing suicide like that with volcanoes.
Well, the
Just
volcano
constantly
doesn't
fucking
care.
yourself up.
Even bro, the planet doesn't give a shit. Like even if that volcanic, the ash
know
caused
that.
the winter and everything died and it was just
I mean,
darkness.
I just
The planet is
specifically
still gonna be
remember.
around.
I just specifically remember it might have been the Iceland volcano. It might have been a different one. But when something like that happened, I heard a bunch of people mention like, oh, that spewed, more shit in the atmosphere than humans have in 100 years. And I thought that was true. So I'm glad I looked that up.
I think what you're thinking of is I think it was Serbia, the wildfires. They've had
Oh,
like
maybe.
uncontrollable wildfires for like a full year.
Maybe.
And that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Well,
You
wait,
might also be
isn't-
thinking of BP spilling oil into the oceans and everything.
But
Everybody
that's
wants
humans.
to
That's
know.
humans, though.
Me,
Wait,
yeah, fair,
wait.
but me
The
saying like
Serbia
individual
thing-
responsibility, me using reusable straws doesn't make a difference. Turns out.
Andrew, like you said the Serbia thing, were you thinking about like the
Well, I said
permafrost, whatever, the permafrost melting and the methane escaping?
Yeah, that's what it was. Permafrost. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
I'm pretty
Because that
sure it
was
was
an
the
actual thing.
volcanoes, though. Might have been the
Or maybe
Icelandic one.
maybe volcanoes are melting the permafrost quicker than we can. I don't know.
Yeah, how do we stop these volcanoes?
I think we just
I
need
don't
to
know.
invest in like more high tech, wild, goofy technology.
Like a
Like some
volcano
like
suit.
absolute crazy shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we just need one madman and give him a couple $1 billion and see what he kind of comes
Musk
up with.
was trying to do that kind
No.
of stuff though, and then people hated on him for doing wacky shit with his money. People don't like that. People don't have the balls for it.
People
But he
love
wasn't trying
wacky
to
shit.
stop
Elon Musk the
volcanoes.
most. Yeah, and Elon Musk is the wealthiest man in the world when he does wacky
and he
shit.
became
So it's
that.
clearly working.
And he became that in like half a year.
yeah.
I'd
Oh,
rather
wait.
him not. Like I see these. Well, maybe I don't know.
No, we need scientific advancement. But we're playing it too safe this last 2 decades as we
I agree.
got familiar with the internet and we lost all our passion. We would rather sit inside jerking off to
all right,
hentai.
all right. We need to get crazy. How about instead of like buying and selling art, we do it with digital images?
Oh.
Yeah, but we use the blockchain. See how I'm
God
getting
damn it.
crazy?
Can we
I don't
call it
like
something
the
different?
blockchain.
And then we like flip it around, and we say that you can own the ownership instead of the actual product. Isn't that crazy?
No,
That would be
no. I'd rather just own the product. And you know what, Andrew? I'd rather own Caliper Foods.
That's
not on the
goddamn right.
blockchain.
You'd rather own Caliper CBD. Look, Caliper CBD. It can help with your stress. It can help keep you calm. It can help with pain and soreness. It can help you sleep easier. It has different effects for different people. CBD is a fun little concoction that you put in your foods or however you want to take it, and it is clinically proven to be better when it's given to you through Caliper, because they deliver 30 times more CBD in the first 30 minutes than CBD oil. There's precisely 20 milligrams of CBD in each packet. It's always THC free, meaning you can feel better without getting high. Developed by food scientists, rigorously tested for purity and quality, Caliper is going to have you covered when it comes to getting the good stuff. It's going to seamlessly fit into your everyday routine. There's no weird taste. There's no oily residue. It's all natural, vegan, non-GMO, free of fillers, added chemicals, artificial flavors. They also have new Swift Sticks. All the benefits of CBD, now in 3 delicious, all-natural flavors. A lot of you out there might not understand the benefits of CBD or why you'd want to try it. They have plenty of research and information you can look at as well on their website. And if you happen to be going to that website, well, why don't you type official over in that promo code box? Because that will get you 20% off of your first order. Try it risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they will give you a full refund. Go to trycaliper.com/official. Don't forget promo code official for 20% off of your first order. Trycaliper.com/official and type official in the promo code for 20% off of your first order.
Thank you.
You said something really sexily during that read. I really
That
liked
was the
it.
whole read, you're right.
He always does.
Yeah.
Everything
That's my standard. That's my normal. Yeah.
Do you guys like weed?
I used to a lot,
Not
and
like
now
constantly.
I kind of hate it.
I like the times I've tried it, it made me super anxious, so I never really liked it as a thing. But I also just hate stoner culture.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
really hate stoner
Like,
culture.
people who defend weed to the death, to the point like it's not addictive, bro. Blah, blah, blah." And then you look at their life, and it's like a person who never does anything besides just get high and watch Netflix. That
Yeah.
I hate.
I think that's
But I
not
have nothing
a
against
problem.
just the plant.
I don't think that's a problem of the weed. I think that's the problem of the person. Like if it wasn't
But there
weed,
were so many of them.
if it wasn't weed, they
Yeah,
do
I
it
agree.
with literally anything else, like video games or alcohol or God knows what. You know, it's addictive
But it'd be so
personality.
cooler if you did it with something else then. If you're gonna do that, at least do it with something cool, like commit to like meth or something. I don't know.
Jesus,
I
no.
mean, weed is just a good
hated
bridge. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, like 5 or 10 or so years ago, it was so massive, the propaganda around it, that like weed had no downside. It was literally no downside. It was a miracle drug. It cures cancer, makes pain go away, makes you have fun, and it's like no, like it's an addiction like everything else. There is a downside. You have to weigh the pros and cons. But once in a while, why not? Yeah.
I think it's just because it's a good bridge between harmful addiction and harmless addiction. I mean, you get that high, you get that
Are you
different
calling
state of
it a
mind.
gateway drug?
You know, I guess retroactively I just did, and it was not at all the point I want to make.
Sorry.
Why is it being a gateway drug like a bad thing? I genuinely think it is a gateway drug in the sense that like most people try weed first, right?
Well, I think
Like they
it's
just do.
I think
yeah.
it's more that weed is not nearly as destructive of a hobby as, say, alcohol or harder drugs, but it still gets you high. It still fills the void in people's
I actually
life.
think it's pretty. I don't know about stats or anything. I'm not, but I feel like it's similar to alcohol, at least on the same kind of impact as alcohol.
I mean,
Like what
I
would-
kind of had a coming to Jesus moment a few years ago where I kind of realized that most people who base their activities around drinking or weed or whatever, they're just boring. And it's not even like the addictiveness of it. It's just they don't seem to have anything else going on, and that's why they turn to those things, you know?
I think I think they use it to fill
yeah.
holes,
Right,
and that's
and
what
to
most
me-
addicts do in the first place.
Yeah, and exactly.
Well, we
that's
have a
all
resident
addiction.
alcoholic here, Kaya. Why do you
Yeah.
like drinking so much?
I don't have to fill any holes.
See, it's to me, though,
I
you
don't know. I
should,
feel
you
like
should find...
weed got a bad rep. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just, to me, you should find ways to fill that in ways that improve yourself, you know? It's kind of
like
just
Fortnite.
a coping mechanism or a way to avoid issues rather than helping with them. Yeah, weed definitely has pros, like with anxiety, or I know a lot of people who have
It made me anxious.
what is the disease, the disorder where your body like tremors a lot and you can't control your muscles?
The heebie-jeebies.
Palsy, right?
Tremors?
Jesus, Jackson.
There's like a... There's millions of diseases.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
So my point is that weed definitely does have pros. There are people who have palsy and then they take weed and they just stop shaking and stop having tremors entirely. And there's tons and tons of medical research where it does help. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who just use it as an excuse or a way to just avoid problems or not have to, you know, do anything. And not a fan of that. Really not
Yeah, I
huge on
agree. I
that.
think it also just got a bad rap because of that gateway drug shit, which applies to like everything. Because in the
Yeah, I can't believe you
when
did
was
that,
it, like
Andrew. It's
70s,
kinda fucked
80s. It was like, oh, if you smoke weed, then you're bound to also do heroin, which you can say about everything. You could say that about it, like, oh, you're having a beer, dude. Like, what if later you're like doing meth? That's a gateway drug. Like, yeah. But what if not?
I would absolutely say, like, if we're going this gateway drug thing, I would say alcohol is more of a gateway to hard drugs.
Oh
than
yeah,
weed.
For sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, it's a gateway to weed.
Yeah.
First of all,
Weed has absolute.
then weed is a gateway to the other ones.
Weed definitely has pros in a lot of areas, but alcohol has absolutely no pros whatsoever. There is nothing good that comes from alcohol in any way.
Other than fun.
Yeah,
other than
and
fun.
that's it. You don't need it to have fun. It just helps. But There is no pro whatsoever from drinking in any way. It's bad for your health. It's bad for your mental health. It's bad for everything.
What if you really hate your liver and you're just trying to get rid of that son of a bitch?
What if it cured cancer though? That would have been awesome.
Well, what if it made us fly and have a fucking fantasy pixie friend? Like,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Like the spice from Dune.
Nah.
Why don't we have anything? I am so butthurt that there's like nothing like tasty to eat that is also super good for you, or like any drugs that are, I don't know, super healthy.
I don't know, man. I think you need to learn to cook. I think healthy food can taste amazing.
No,
strawberries.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean an intoxicant is what I mean. Something that like tastes sugary and unhealthy, but it like, I don't know, makes your muscles bigger and it has no downsides and it makes the cancer pain go away.
Well, yeah, there's nothing like that. But have you seen the meth addicts that can run as fast as cars? Meth does give you like temporary superhuman abilities.
Yes, I see them all the time in Tampa, Charlie. They're always wind sprinting down the highway.
There was a viral video like 3 years ago where there was that dude who was like fucking blasted on meth. He was running around naked and there was a car, like the guys were filming in a car. He sees them and he starts chasing the car. They get up to 30 miles an hour and he's still just right with the car running next to them naked. It's amazing. Like it is like an actual temporary superhuman stat boost.
But it doesn't really raise your stats, right? It just like removes your inhibitions. That you have no limit. Then you can push your body to that.
Yeah,
limit,
he probably ruptured the fuck out of his legs. Yeah.
Someone just posted it in the chat. It's amazing.
I don't know.
The
how
naked
we're
man
put
chases car. Yeah, don't put it on screen. He's naked. His cock's flopping around and stuff. But he looks like an actual demon. Like his eyes are red.
That's the downside.
Yeah, but like, look at what the fuck? I told you with meth you can get like actual superhuman abilities.
Yeah, I get. We're watching it at the moment. Can I put it in the description, Charlie?
No, wait, you can't link to like.
Is this Australia? This is in Australia.
Just okay. If you want to see this, just look up "Naked Man Chases Car V2."
Yeah,
and yeah, it looks like an actual demon, like demonic possessed beast chasing a car.
I didn't know we had meth in Australia. Is this Australia?
It's probably not Australia.
Jackson, I don't want to alarm you, but they have meth in every country.
Yeah, you're fucking. What do they call them? Bogans. Yeah, they love meth.
Yeah. No, most of the like drug abuse in Australia is alcohol. Definitely. Mm-hmm. We have a very strong alcohol community.
At least smoking isn't as big anymore. But I guess we talked about that. Charlie, did you think of your topic? Smoking.
No, I completely forgot.
Okay, I have one. I have topics up the ass for some reason. Prince Andrew might actually get us comeuppance, you guys. He's been stripped of his royal and military titles, and he will no longer be a beneficiary of all the money that comes with his royal title.
Yeah, I'm fine with him being the first sacrifice to the volcano gods to quench their thirst. I'm pretty sure he's guilty. If even the Queen and the royal family is like throwing him to the wolves, I'm pretty sure he's guilty.
Give a quick rundown for people who aren't caught up on what that whole thing is.
Prince Andrew is one of those parasites upon the British nation who, he's born into wealth, and that's literally all his contribution to the planet. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
A noble.
And he is now accused of some of the Epstein victims, of some of the young girls that were sex trafficked. They said, hey, Prince Andrew was part of this. He abused some of us. Prince Andrew's defense was that one of the girls accused me of being this big, sweaty, gross, fat man, but I cannot sweat. I am physically unable to sweat because of a condition. So a court... I think he's now in a dispute with a court that is asking him to prove that he cannot sweat. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Make him run on a treadmill. I feel like he's just so fucking rich and privileged that he never had to sweat in his life. So maybe he actually believes that. He never had to fucking lift a finger. Like, he has butlers to wipe his ass, right? So, yeah, maybe he never did sweat. But the British royal family, I guess they now stripped him of his title and stuff. So he is now technically, I think, considered a private person a private individual who has to deal with this lawsuit on his own.
What's a private person? Is that just me? Is that me? Am I a private person? Like, is that just a regular person?
Yeah. As opposed to a public official, like a royal prince.
Right.
Which I found interesting. I genuinely thought he was just gonna not even notice that people were accusing him of anything. I'm surprised that they're doing literally anything about this.
Well, who's doing it? Just the courts? The courts are actually following
slapped around. Mm-hmm.
Didn't someone say that like the royal family doesn't answer to like English law? Did someone say that at some point?
Yeah, but this is like international matters, right? Like Epstein trafficked children internationally, and Maxwell as well. So
was Epstein Epstein was American, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you fuck American children, the American courts can still be like, "What the fuck, yo?" to the English government, and then the English government can still be like, "Yo."
But is he getting tried in America in an American court?
I don't know. I don't have all the details. Damn it! I'm not a court reporter, cocksucker.
I just want to know if he's like, what's happening.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, someone leave it in the comments. I'll find it eventually. Someone correct us about this.
Yes, he is facing a civil sex case trial in the U.S.
Okay.
Nice.
According to Sky News.
If I was him, I just wouldn't ever go to the US again. What are they going to do? Invade England?
Well, they'll probably give him up, right? Like the royal family's already disowning him. They'll probably just get him out.
But he's a private person now.
So if he's found
which
guilty
means
of all these crimes, they'll just...
he has even fewer protections. Like if the US was like, hey, we're going to sanction you guys if you keep harboring this pedo prince, then we're going to have a problem.
Imagine if sanctions are levied on the UK because they're harboring Prince Philip. It'd be pretty crazy. Yeah. Look,
it's
who cares?
Prince Andrew, by the way. Before we get sued.
Prince Philip's next. Actually, wait, he was the one that died recently, isn't he?
It's never too late.
Not making accusations, but I feel like everyone's in on it.
It is never too late to get exposed. Actually, Andrew, before I remembered a topic I wanted to bring up. Before I do that, why don't you tell them about FanDuel,
Good,
Andrew?
that's the topic I wanted to bring up. Let me tell you something. FanDuel. Here's the thing about FanDuel. Each win with FanDuel means that much more in the NFL playoffs. And that's why FanDuel Sportsbook is hooking new customers up with 30-1 enhanced odds for the divisional playoffs. If you bet $5 to win $150 on any team to win any divisional playoff game, all you have to do is sign up for FanDuel Sportsbook and make a deposit to claim your 30-1 enhanced odds. There is no better place to bet the NFL playoffs than on America's #1 sportsbook. Where else are you going to bet it? America's #2 sportsbook? Are you stupid? I found the best one. I found the #1, but I'm going to go with the worst one. That's you. That's what you sound like because you're not betting with confidence. But you can do it with confidence with FanDuel. If you already have FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel is hooking all customers up with $50 when you refer a friend. Plus, your friend will get $50 as well. It's safe, secure, best-in-class customer service. And when you win, FanDuel will pay your winnings in as little as 2 hours. Don't miss your chance to win $150 off a $5 bet when you use promo code OFFICIAL when signing up. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, use promo code OFFICIAL, and pick your divisional playoff team before the kickoff. 21 plus and present in Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG for Colorado, Idaho, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342 for Arizona. 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat for Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT for Indiana. TN Redline 1-800-889-9789 for Tennessee or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net for West Virginia.
Thank you.
So I was going to bring up something I just learned. You guys all know Schrödinger, right?
Yes.
The cat guy?
Yeah, of cat fame. He was recently exposed for being a pedophile and just like an actual piece of shit.
He kept kids in those boxes?
Schrodinger's child.
Is he still alive?
No, he's been dead for a long time. But apparently,
how did we find out?
The cat gave him immortality so that he could molest forever. That's fucked up.
Apparently, like, I think it was the Irish Times found his old journal where he kept a record of all the women that he would abuse. And he like constantly talked about like loving like 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds and shit like that and wanting to hurt them.
Hurt them?
Wanting to hurt them?
Who doesn't write about that? I mean,
I'd have to look it up again, but it was something like that. So it was like a pedophile as well as just like an actual man that likes to hurt women.
Quickly, what was the age of consent in Austria during the 1900s?
It says the Irish Times identified young girls who Schrödinger became infatuated with, including a 14-year-old girl whom the physicist groomed after he became her math tutor.
Yeah, no, there was a lot. One of the victims, aged between 12 and 17, became pregnant by him, and he forced an abortion, and she became infertile after the abortion.
Wow, he had a fucking 14-year-old girl who he groomed while tutoring her. Jesus. This is fucked.
Schrödinger also attempted a relationship with a different 12-year-old girl, disgustingly writing in his journal that she was, quote, among the unrequited loves of his life. However, he decided not to pursue her after a family member voiced their concerns that the physicist was unrepentant abusive predator.
He was born like 100 years too early. He would have fit right in the Smash scene.
On Twitter, he would have had an entire army of people supporting him going, you get him, Schrödinger! Oh, good shit. Oh, well.
What?
Yeah, I recently learned that. I was like, God damn, this man's still getting fucking canceled. Like, they're still finding shit about dead guys.
Jesus Christ.
Which is good.
Oh, yeah, that's like common.
Yeah, I didn't know that, though.
Is it like...
Usually...
Is it proven?
Yeah, I mean, this is his journal.
How do we know that, though? How do we know that? Maybe someone at the Irish Times is like a vendetta against Schrödinger's physicist lessons, and he's like,
it could be a hoax because
it could be.
You know, they did that with Hitler. Remember, I forget the newspaper, but a really big and respected newspaper outlets published Hitler's diary, which then turned out to be a complete hoax, and they paid a lot of money for it too. But
okay,
isn't that wild? For all of Hitler's faults, he wasn't a pedophile.
Okay, wait. Apparently,
we don't know that.
Apparently, the Schrödinger thing is not even remotely new. People reviewed his biography in 2003, and he openly talked in his own biography about how he had a Lolita complex and could have been a pedophile.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
Unless the Irish Times wrote his biography, it was like ghostwritten. When did that come out?
I don't know.
Was it posthumous?
I can try to find out. Hang on a minute. You can buy it on Amazon if you want to read it from his own mouth.
There's already change.org. There's already change.org petitions to change the name of his science-y equations and shit.
Yeah, I don't really mind that, especially because I was reading there's a lot of shit's named after him. There's a university building called Schrodinger's Lounge or some shit. And it's that should probably get changed at this point, I would think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you draw the line and let dead people just stay dead, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
what?
Well, what I mean is is there really any benefit to going back and searching through history like that?
I think there is. I think it's better to always know facts.
There can be.
Yeah, imagine we find out Jesus Christ also kept the journal of children that he abused.
Oh God,
it changed a lot.
Look at Christopher Columbus. He for the longest fucking time, everyone's like, oh my God, Columbus Day. He discovered America. He's so cool. But in recent years, everyone says he's no, he fucking killed native people and didn't do shit. And he was an awful human being. It's I'd rather know the truth.
Yeah, but my issue is it's really hard to get the truth in this situation because they've been dead for so long. We don't really have
We found out the truth about Christopher Columbus and he died hundreds of years before that. What do you mean? You just look at records and research.
But they
I would
could have been
say, like,
faked.
I don't like that. I just
Defaked.
don't want it to affect like their work, because Schrödinger being a pedophile has nothing to do with the math and the physics.
Oh, it's not
right?
discrediting his work. It's more
Yeah.
just like
That's all.
disassociating
credit.
his name from his work.
Yeah, but he still came up with it. Like, okay, you take the name down from the university, but eventually someone's gonna ask, like, who discovered this? Who put the
Nobody.
cat in the box with the fucking poison?
Then they could just give it to someone who deserved the credit. It was discovered by I don't know, Mr. Rogers.
Just give it to
Everything
Thomas
goes back to
Edison.
Jesus.
Give it to Thomas Edison. Put everything under his name. He invented everything.
Yeah, just let
I don't think Thomas
have the
Edison was a
glory.
very good person either. He was like a patent hog, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a patent troll.
Yeah.
Patent troll.
Which is just as bad as pedophilia.
One and the same,
let's
really.
remove credit
Yeah.
from him too.
I scoff equally at both. Yeah.
You know, Jesus probably did some pretty fucked up things as well.
He did. He sinned. He flipped the table over once.
He killed a bunch
Yeah,
of. I know he
I'll
killed a
be
bunch
honest,
of
I-
animals in the Bible. That was cool.
Did he fornicate?
No.
Ever? Never? Never
His
ever?
mom didn't.
No,
Well,
I'm pretty sure Jesus never even like once thought about romance or something.
Being the son of God and you don't even bang? You die
I
a virgin?
know.
That fucking sucks.
I know.
Jesus
Yeah,
I know.
I have so
Well,
many.
he died a
groupies.
virgin twice. He literally
Wow.
was about to die a
He set
virgin
the
again.
world record.
And people worship this guy? Are you kidding me?
Good lord.
What are we, Reddit now?
Yeah, these are the
Welcome to
top posts on our atheism.
podcast.
Yeah, this is the our atheism top posts of all time. Over 8,000 updates.
No, but he should have banged at least a little.
That's what I thought.
Well, that's what I think about. What's his face? Isaac Newton. And,
You regularly believe, like,
was the other
think
one?
that Isaac Newton should have gotten laid. This comes up to you every now and then.
Oh,
he
I
not
forgot
get
he was.
laid?
I forgot
No,
he was an
once in
incel.
a
Yeah,
while.
Isaac Newton was an incel. Incel, wasn't he?
Really?
yeah,
I thought
he
so, right?
died-
Wasn't he?
I am pretty sure he died a virgin. Yeah, because he
Huh.
dedicated his
God.
life to math and the sciences and shit. So did
But he just-
Tesla. Tesla also never had any poon. A
Wow.
lot
Isaac
of these
Newton
are,
was the
I'm
guy
telling
with
you,
the apple,
like
right?
if you're dude, there's like a lot of people who they're just so fucking fucked in the head. They don't function normally, which is fine if that's how you are, and they dedicate their lives to the sciences instead of like normal stuff like having a family.
He apparently avoided women entirely during his life. Newton, that is.
Which one? Tesla or
Newton.
Isaac?
Isaac Newton. Holy shit.
They couldn't
Maybe
be
you
defined
wanna-
by mathematics, so they scared him profusely.
Fucking women, how do they work? Maybe
But
he was
no,
a
wait.
fucking clown.
Here's a nice little anecdote. He was knighted by Queen Anne in 1705, so he did interact with a woman at some point, and it was the queen of all people.
Whoa.
Wow, imagine if they banged.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have gotten
Do you
like
think
the
he
boss
do you-
pussy.
Do you think he wet his pants or something on that
Wait.
day when he was knighted? Like pisses himself.
Like
Wait,
that's
this-
a woman.
This fucking story just keeps this rabbit hole keeps tumbling down. Apparently, he was terrified of sex and believed that the menstrual blood of whores possessed magical properties.
Isaac Newton did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't been
Jesus.
disproven.
okay.
And this guy fucking founded gravity? Jesus Christ.
A lot of
Yeah, there was no
to be
gravity
fair,
until
a
he
lot
was
of people
born.
don't seem to know that Isaac Newton also had some superstitions. He also thought that angels carried the planets. Like,
All right, well,
had
come
some
on.
wacky
It was
ideas.
it was the 1600s. Give him a little bit of credit.
yes, no, I'm not giving him shit. I'm just saying, like, it's a funny story. That's all. But I think we can still
And who's
appreciate
to
his
say
work,
that
even
angels
though
don't carry the planet. Really.
I'm just saying we can still appreciate his work, even though he hated women apparently and was scared of them.
Well, no.
Yeah,
I think he was
apparently,
scared of them.
apparently Isaac Newton loved mysticism and the occult, so he was super into a bunch of shit like that.
He would have been a witch TikToker.
Yeah, he was the witch talk of his day.
Ugh.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Which talk?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
speaking
a
of
list
hating
of 10
women,
famous people that died a virgin.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
read it.
The saddest list on the
Can-
internet.
Andy Warhol.
Oh, that's
That doesn't surprise me.
who's that again?
That was the artist.
He did a lot of
Lewis-
famous paintings and works.
Lewis Carroll, which is the author of Alice in Wonderland. Joan of Arc. Wow.
Elizabeth I. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wouldn't she have wouldn't she have given birth to
Yeah.
like
Yeah, which
whoever
she
was
would've-
next?
That one's definitely a lie.
Yeah.
The director of the first director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover,
Holy-
died a virgin.
Holy no, it's sadder than that. J. Edgar Hoover not only was a virgin, he never got married, and he lived with his mom for most of his life.
Jesus
What
Christ.
the fuck? I knew he had some weird shit about him, but goddamn.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Number two on this list is Mother Teresa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just saw Mother Teresa here too.
No way.
That's believable.
Oh,
No way.
but she's yeah, no, she was slamming pipe during her early 20s.
Can you guys believe that Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, born with horrible disfigurements, died a virgin? He's on this list. I can't fucking believe it. The man whose face looks like a pile of mashed potatoes. I can't believe it.
Do you guys think... Sorry, go ahead,
What?
Jackson.
No, you go.
Do you guys think maybe incels are like an untapped like source of immense innovation, and like if we utilize them, like there's so many incels
Probably.
these days, right? It's so mainstream now for their forums and their shit. So maybe there's like geniuses hidden among them who all they need is like a little nudge towards math and like algebra, and then they're gonna invent like hyperdrive space travel and shit.
The cum has to come out of somewhere eventually. If you're not going to procreate, so
Well, they
yeah,
can
maybe
jerk
you're right.
off. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess. I guess.
Actually, yeah, you're right. That like libido, that all that energy has to be spent somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
If not in a woman, then on a whiteboard, I guess.
Maybe, but that's just making me sadder now thinking about all the all the other virgins. Like these were famous virgins on this list, but think about all the other virgins that died without being on a list or without contributing something like that.
You mean like throughout all of history, just everyone who died a virgin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a lot of people.
Yeah, Jackson,
Yeah.
just think of the
ton.
sad things in life. There's a lot of them, believe it or not.
Can we have a last topic before we wrap? I wanted to bring up, speaking of incels, I don't even know if I should say this guy's name. It's fucking funny. I put it in our topics channel in private. So this is an incel on Twitter who has a massive thread. And I came across this. So this is an incel who, you may have seen his work. Have you guys ever seen the green line analysis of photos of men and women? And it'll be like,
yeah.
yes. So for those who don't know, it'll be a regular photo of like celebrities at a gala event or something. And it'll be a man, a larger man leaning towards a woman. And what this guy does, he draws a green line from the man from his toes to his head and from the woman's toes to her head. And he's like, so if you lean towards the woman, that means you're a beta male. If the man leans towards the woman ever, that means he's a little bitch cuck, soy boy, lip tart, whatever. And this guy made a large ass thread, and one of the tweets that he made is it's like a Q&A thread. He says, "What's wrong with licking pussy?" And he answers, "Licking pussy is submissive. Instead of exciting her with your powerful masculine energy, you get on your stomach, kneel to her pussy, and use your tongue like a human vibrator." Laughing emoji.
Yeah, I think it's pretty powerful to eat pussy. I disagree with
Yeah,
that. I
that's
think it's
the
pretty
hot
powerful
part.
to eat pussy.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, this guy's an alpha. You don't really know what you're talking about. His next one even goes further. Why do you say damaged feet, damaged pussy? Getting fucked by too many guys destroys her feminine essence, damages her self-respect, steals her dignity. She stops taking care of herself. Her feet, which are delicate and require a lot of care, reveal this damage.
Are you sure this wasn't Isaac Newton? Are you reading from Isaac Newton's manifesto?
But it's like, so that's a funny thing because a lot of incels, and I've talked to a lot of these guys, a lot of them like feet a lot. They're obsessed with fucking feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember
they're
Harden.
dirty.
He has a foot fetish. And I don't know what it is about like pouring champagne down a woman's like ankles and then licking it off a foot that turns them on so much. But
maybe because they've idolized women for so long, or they've built women up in their heads for so long, they like the one part of women that is like super dirty and filthy and disgusting, which is generally speaking their feet, I think.
I don't know. I will never understand it. The next one though. Whatever. The part that I love is that I saw a tweet saying like all these guys are 47 and single, and they're giving happily married couples advice on how to, sack women. Ask, what's wrong with putting your head on her lap? Nothing. If you want her to dump you, laugh emoji.
I think this account has really leaned into it as a meme. He did one for Jeffrey Epstein where he was talking about how alpha Jeffrey Epstein was using his green lines where he like puts his arm around Ghislaine. So yeah, I think it might be just like satire.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not satire. Trust me. I've vetted this account, Charlie. I know my satire from my reality. He also did the same thing with what's that actor from Game of Thrones? The big meaty guy, the mountain, the volcano.
Hafthor Bjord.
That guy. Yeah, if you don't know him, he's the world's, I think, strongest man. Or I think
he
at some
plays
point
the
he was
mountain on Game of
man.
Thrones as well.
Yeah, he's gigantic. He's like 7 feet or some shit. And so this incel took a photo of him, this massive man mountain, pile of meat, next to a teeny tiny girl. And obviously, if you're like trying to hug somebody and take a photo with them and like, hold them by the shoulder, he has to lean down a little because he's just so gigantic. But according to this incel, that makes him a beta male because of the green line, of course.
Yeah. This guy's also got some choice fashion advice. One of his questions is, what's wrong with girls wearing Vans? And he says, a damaged girl hates her delicate feminine essence, so she uglifies herself with tattoos, piercings, drugs, alcohol, cheap sex, ugly clothes, and ugly shoes like Vans.
Damn, no Vans sponsorship for him.
Don't ever wear Vans or you're a slut. That's what he's saying.
If you care about shoes, you're not an alpha male. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just randomly came across another one of his tweets. It says dating tips for girls. And number 3 on his top 10 list for this is stop wearing ugly sneakers. He really does not like bad shoes.
I'm telling you, he's obsessed with feet. Yeah, he looks there. The other one.
What the fuck?
What?
The tweet like a week before that is 10 mistakes I used to make. This is from Rivellino, like the mistakes that he used to make. Number 3 again is wore ugly sneakers. So maybe it's coming from a place of like he regrets his past. He just doesn't want people making the same mistakes.
I wonder what sneakers he wears now. Like he just wears Skechers slip-ons or something. He's like, yep, this is the shit.
Wait, number 9 on that list is
sandals and
pussy.
socks. These guys are such fucking losers. Another one of his memes that he invented, one of his tells, is if a man is covering his groin with his hands, like how you cross your hands in front of your body, like when you're posing, and that makes you a beta male, as opposed to a man who's just winging it.
You gotta let it swing.
Yeah, you gotta let it swing, bro. I don't know, it's fucking funny.
Let it swing.
I would love to know who the guy behind the account is. I'd like to see what he looks like.
Dude, none of these like alpha male oh my god, this was one of my topics. We're running out of time. I might have to say this one next week. There's like a super alpha male, apex male, super alpha Chad dude who, big beard and super buff, who recently got exposed as a cuckold, and he had a meltdown live on air. It's fucking amazing.
You'll have to send me that. I want to see it.
Oh, I'll save it for the bonus. I mean, do you guys want to do it now? I think I could remember it.
Yeah, it's a little late.
Yeah, okay. Do it for the bonus. Save it for the bonus. We got to wrap now.
Okay. All right. Let's wrap.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this bonus episode. Head on over to patreon.com/theofficialpodcast for bonus content, bonus episodes, like what we were just talking about just then, actually. Mm-hmm. And we've also got movie nights and stuff like that over there. Charlie and I just watched, what was that movie?
Bye Bye Man.
Bye Bye Man, and that's up there to listen to right now, actually. Already.
Jackson and I are going to watch Boba Fett. Right?
God, I really don't want to know. I've seen pictures from it. It just looks so bad.
I watched the first episode. It's not, at least the first episode wasn't that horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible.
People said that the first episode's fine, but the other 2 episodes apparently are just awful from what I've heard. So we'll see. Yeah. All right. That's it for this week.
All right.
Goodbye.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.